Live. Good everybody. Happy 2024. Hard to believe. It's been uh, a heck of a fast 2023. My name's Jeremy Deysach. I am a FICO certified credit coach with Credit Life Financial Wellness, and I am the founder of the free Credit Repair Advice Group on Facebook. I'll tell you, if you're not a member of the free Credit Repair Advice Group on Facebook yet, I do encourage you to join. Doesn't cost you anything, and it's a great place. You can join in with 68,000 other people and get free answers to all of your credit repair, credit development, and just overall credit questions. We want to make sure that you get the right information, the compliant information, the accurate information from real credit professionals so that you can make good decisions and you can make good plans for yourself when it comes to your credit. We're going to let the room fill up here a little bit. While we do, boy, there's been a lot of stuff happened this last year in the credit industry. There have been some extensions of some student loan forgiveness programs. They've been made a little bit easier to obtain. Lexington Law, the largest credit repair company in the United States, filed bankruptcy and lost a multi-billion-dollar suit or penalty with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau in Washington. A bunch of large collection companies also have been nailed. Some other credit news, there's a credit card kind of crackdown happening. If you've noticed that your credit card companies, even if you're not paying late, even if you've been on time, done everything you're supposed to do. If you've noticed they're lowering your credit limits or even in some cases closing out your accounts, it's not just you. There's been a rush to quality, a drive to quality, as they say, which is banker ease for, hey, we see some economic uncertainty coming. We're really scared. Americans are carrying more revolving debt than ever. We don't want to be left holding the bag. And so they're lowering credit limits and things like that on people. That's been some news. The CFPB found that consumers in the South of the United States are facing higher interest rates than those in the North. And so they're looking into some predatory lending. LexingtonLawCredit.com, their company Projection, which is the parent company for all that, filed bankruptcy. It was a $2.7 billion fine from the CFPB. So there's been a lot going on in credit news right now. And, we made it through the holidays. Hopefully, we made it without completely maxing our credit cards, though I'm sure some of us did use a little bit more of our limits than we were hoping to utilize. And, that's true with everyone. It's true with me, even your beloved credit coach, Jeremy Deysach here. So going into January, a lot of people are hitting the new year with some New Year's resolutions. And there are a lot of credit and a lot of financial New Year's resolutions that people make. And, what I've been telling people is this time of year, you don't need a resolution as much as you really need a plan. You need to have a plan in place. What are you going to do to power down those credit cards? What are you going to do to get those negative items off of your credit? And if your New Year's resolution includes wanting to get in position to buy a home or wanting to get in position to purchase a new vehicle, now's the time to really get started on these things because credit's not an overnight fix. You didn't get into credit trouble overnight. You don't get out of credit trouble overnight. That's just the very nature of the beast. And so, some things you can do right now, tonight, to get started on your credit resolution or a plan for 2024. One of the first things I'd recommend to you is to look at a complete credit report. A lot of people say to me, "Oh, but Jeremy, I've got Credit Karma, or my bank gives me my FICO score, or I've got credit this, that, or the other thing." And while that's all fine and good, you really don't need to be looking at your scores as much as you need to be looking at your profile, the data, the nuts and bolts that make up your actual credit report. Okay, you want to look at the line items that are in a credit report. So if you're wondering, where do I get a credit report, I'm going to give you a free source right now, if you Google right now, if you Google annual credit report, or here, let me put it, there we go, let me put it right, let me put it right there. To get a free annual credit report from Equifax, a free one from Experian, and a free one from TransUnion with all that line data I was talking about, all the account history, the payment history, all the different aspects of the account. If you want to get an absolutely free one where you're not signing up for a mailing list or anything crazy like that, go to annualcreditreport.com. And there you are entitled to a free Equifax full credit report, a free TransUnion full credit report, and a free Experian full credit report. And my recommendation as a credit coach for you is to go ahead and, first of all, save those things, save them as a PDF file. But if you really want to get down and dirty, you're going to want to use something a little old fashioned. You're going to want to use some paper. That's right. You're going to want to print these things out. Print out all three credit reports. And once you have those things printed out, grab yourself a highlighter, grab yourself a, here, I got a Sharpie right here, grab yourself a marker, and you're going to go through and you're going to look at this credit report and you're going to look for everything that's negative, everything that's derogatory, any late payments, any charge offs, settlements, if things have gone into collections, even if they're paid collections, you're going to want to circle those. You're going to want to make them really, really clear, because those things on your credit report are going to become the target of your investigation. Now, Jeremy, can't I just buy my FICO for $39.99 a month? Sure, you can if you want to, but you can get a free annual credit report by going to annualcreditreport.com. And this is going to be the long version. This is going to be the one with all the detail. This is the one who's going to tell you who all the creditors are, and not only who's done a hard inquiry on your credit, but who's done a marketing or a soft inquiry or a review inquiry on your credit. Go to annualcreditreport.com, and we as professionals, when we have our clients on board and we have them subscribe to credit monitoring so that credit can be pulled every month, we oftentimes will still have our clients pull the free annual credit report so that we can dive in even deeper and get that data. So if you're going to start anywhere, this is something you can do tonight, right now, free of charge. It costs you nothing to get these credit reports. That's going to be the first place to start. If you want to make a credit resolution, a financial wellness resolution, you want to get your arms around your finances, maybe you've got a goal of home ownership or a new car or a better job. Don't forget they use background checks when you're applying for a job. And one of the things they use for those background checks is your credit report. Bad credit might keep you from the job you're looking to obtain. So pull that annual credit report, print it out, or go to Kinko's, FedEx, whatever, go to the library, print that puppy out. If you've got a printer, hooray. Grab yourself a Sharpie or a highlighter. Make sure you're highlighting, you're circling anything that's negative, anything that's derogatory. And those items will become the subject of investigation. So, okay, Jeremy, I've gone through, I've got a credit report now and I marked it up like you said, and it looks, it's got scribbles all over it, and I've identified all the bad things. What's the next thing I should do? What's the very next thing I should do? I'll tell you, the very next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to investigate that data. You want to investigate that data with the credit bureaus, okay? And what do I mean by investigate? Do I mean go online and dispute? Do I mean dispute some things? Hey, I was on Credit Karma and I was able to dispute some things on Credit Karma, super duper, right? Okay. No, no, I don't mean that. I don't mean do electronic disputes. Electronic disputes are they're really not for you. Electronic disputes are a convenience for um are a convenience here. Let's see. Letter 1 second. I'm doing something for you. All right, letter templates. So those online disputes are a convenience for the bureaus. One of the things you do if you do an online dispute is you give up a significant number of your consumer rights. You give up the right to pardon me, paper results, things that you could take to court and sue if something was being done wrong. You give up access to some of the aspects that could be investigated. There are 27 different aspects of every account on your credit report that can be verified and validated and investigated. They correspond with 27 dispute codes or condition codes at the bureaus. Well, you only get a handful of them if you do electronic disputes, and you don't want a handful, you want access to everything. So that's why you're not going to do that. So you're going to want to send to Equifax and to Experian and TransUnion, you're going to want to send them letters, old school, snail mail, paper letters, because you want to paper trail things. So the best way to paper trail things is to use paper. Makes sense, right? So you're going to send old school snail mail letters. And everything that I had you circle on your credit report, your free annual credit report that you pulled, every negative item, every late, everything that's questionable, derogatory, whatnot that I had you circle or highlight on that credit report, you're going to ask about it in these letters that you're sending to the bureaus. And you'll send one to Equifax, one to Experian, and one to TransUnion. But Jeremy, what should I write in these letters? Well, you can go online and there's lots of templates and things like that, but I want to give everybody here a free tool. Okay. I'm going to go a little slower. I'm going to leave this up for a while. We have provided for you, actually, I have written these. They're professionally written free letter templates for you. If you sign up for this, we'll email them to you. And you're going to get, gosh, you're going to get an electronic, a bureau dispute investigation letter template. We're going to also hook you up, and this is free of charge. We're going to hook you up with an inquiries letter template so you can help get rid of some of those inquiries. Anyone here that inquiries cost you points from your score, hard inquiries? It's true. Every time someone pulls your credit, does a hard inquiry, it's going to cost you between 5 and 15 points off of your FICO score. Now, those inquiries, that's going to negatively impact your score for a full year, a full 12 months, and it's going to negatively impact the profile for 24 months that they stay on there. So if you go to the meetinglife.com /free credit repair advice, you're going to be able to just throw your email in there, and I'm going to send you over free of charge a bureau dispute letter investigation template. We're going to send you over what else we're going to send you? We're going to send you over a inquiries template, and we're going to send you over a 609 validation template. What 609 is kind of a very powerful thing. That's section 609 of the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which is a federal consumer protection. Subsection 609 discusses when a collection company is trying to collect a debt, it discusses the sorts of things that it needs to provide to you. It needs to provide to you on demand if you are trying to, they're trying to collect a debt from you. So you've got the right to say, hey guys, with all due respect, prove it. Give me a bill, give me some documentation, give me something showing that you are entitled to collect on this debt. And that 609 letter template is what you'll use for that. So that goes direct to the creditor. So if you go to this website I gave you, so remember the first website where to get your free credit report, your free annual credit report. You're going to go to right here. It's annualcreditreport.com, annualcreditreport.com, and you'll be able to pull down a free of charge Equifax and Experian and a TransUnion credit report, and then you're going to save them, and you're going to print them off onto paper, because we're going to use some paper for this. It's a little old school. We're going to get our hands dirty. You're going to print your credit report. You're going to circle everything. Grab a Sharpie or a highlighter if you want to be fancy. We're going to identify everything that's negative on that credit report. And then I've provided for you all watching this, and this will be available after the live too. This I put it up on a site that's hosting this. So if you put your email in there, I'm going to send you over a free Bureau investigation letter template. I'm going to send you over an inquiries letter template to get rid of those pesky credit inquiries that are wasting points. And I'm going to send you over a 609, a section 609 letter template. And that's the one that you send directly to the collection companies and say, hey guys, prove it. So what are we doing with these letters? Here's the deal. None of the information on your credit report, not on Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion, none of the information on your report, my report, or 350 million people's reports have ever been verified or validated. They simply publish whatever they're paid to publish. And they get info from about 20 different sources per person each month. Now, these credit bureaus, it sounds very formal, bureau, okay, like the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Well, these bureaus aren't bureaus of any sort. They're companies. They're private companies. It's like Nike, Adidas, and Reebok. They're competing companies, and they're mercenaries, not missionaries. And you're not their client. You are their customer, your data. Okay, so these bureaus keep the info on me, you, 350 million people, and they get every single month from 20 different sources, data on each of us. So you figure that's 20 sources of data times 3 bureaus times 350 million people. If they wanted, if they were forced to verify even 1% of that data, it would cost them millions of dollars to do. They need 1 million employees. It's not feasible. It's not. It's not real life. It's not realistic. Um, it's not possible. And so, guess how much that data on you? Guess how much on your credit report they verify and validate? This much. Zero. None. Nothing on your credit report is verified. They simply publish whatever they're paid to publish. Now, that wouldn't be a problem if credit wasn't used for anything. But credit's used for everything these days, and not just getting a card or getting a car. It's used for background checks for jobs. It's used for security clearance. It's used for insurance rates. It's used for if you can get an apartment or not. And where do they go to check you out? The world's largest repository of unverified data, the credit bureaus. So it pays to know what's on your credit report. So if your New Year's resolution is to get in better credit shape, well, remember the first step is you're going to go, there it is, annualcreditreport.com, and you're going to print out your free, completely free Equifax report, your free, completely free TransUnion, and your free Experian. And once you have those things, once you've got them downloaded, once you've got them printed, you're going to take a piece of paper, you're going to print them off, you're going to take a pen or a Sharpie or a highlighter. You're going to highlight those things that are negative. You're going to look for the bad stuff they're saying about you. And then what you're going to do, hopefully you did this by that point already, but you're going to go to this website right down here, and you're going to get some free letter templates. I have, now I'm a FICO certified credit professional with Credit Life. I've got 28 years of credit and banking experience. I'm apparently considered one of the top experts in the country in this thing. And I've written for you 3 letter templates that I'm giving away free, just completely free. And it's not free if you try my super whatever thing for 5 days. I mean, they're just flat out free. Going to email them to you. You're going to get a bureau dispute letter template that you can use in an editable fashion. Sorry, I got the braces tightened, so speaking has been a little difficult with that. Jaws are a little achy. You're going to get those downloadables, though. You're going to get the Bureau investigation template. You're going to get the inquiries template to work to get rid of inquiries. And then if you've got collections, you're going to have that 609 letter template. That's a request for validation that you can send to LVNV or Midland or whoever is trying to collect money from you, you know? So These are going to be tools that you can arm yourself with, that you can actually put into practice. You can do this tonight. You can send them out in the mail tomorrow. This is something, if you've got a resolution, a New Year's resolution, for better credit, or if your resolution is, I'm going to buy a car this year, I'm going to buy a home, a backyard for my kids to play in, and their own room, and their a safe neighborhood. You don't need a dang resolution. You need a damned plan. Okay. So step one in your plan is going to be access your credit report at this site for free and find out what they're saying about you. Step two in the plan is going to be to go ahead and download the free letter templates. And I'm doing this. The reason I'm doing this, a lot of people ask me, well, Jeremy, you're paid to do this. Why would you give this stuff away free? Here's the deal. Not everyone can afford to pay a professional to do it for them. Not everyone wants to do that. And I think that the deck is so stacked against the common person when it comes to the credit system that there's no reason you shouldn't have all the best tools. Yeah, will I do it better and be able to coach you and stuff like that? Quite frankly, yes. Yes, I'm a pro, and having a coach and having someone do it for you and then having someone instruct you, obviously it's going to go better. But there's no reason you can't start on this yourself, or at least I implore you, give it a try yourself. If you're thinking of hiring someone, you can't decide, you don't know, give it a try. Test the water, see if it's something you can handle yourself. And if you can, more power to you. I promise you, there are people who will hire me. I'm not worried. I'm not going in hungry anytime soon. The important thing is, this is the class you and we never had this in school. Our parents didn't teach us how the credit card system works, how the credit reporting system works. And it's not their fault. They didn't know either. Okay. So take advantage of this. Go to the site, put in your info, download the free letter templates, go to free annual credit. Here we go. Free annual credit, and go ahead and get yourself your copy of your Equifax, your Experian, and your TransUnion for free. And one thing I'll tell you, I will put in a shameless plug. If you would like to hire arguably the top credit and financial wellness company in the United States with over a decade of business and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, tens of thousands of people served, hundreds of thousands of credit reports looked at. And if you'd like to have me, FICO certified credit coach, Jeremy Deysach, as your personal credit coach, I do have some spots here in the new year to take on some new clients. To find out if it's even something that you might like, you can schedule a no obligation credit consultation call with me by going to www.bookcoachjeremy.com. Bookcoachjeremy.com. On there, just click credit consultation, and you can pick a day, an evening, or a weekend, whatever works for you. And we'll schedule a call. It's no pressure. I'm as direct and down to earth with you on the phone as I am here on video. And what we'll do during your call, we'll talk about what's on your credit. We'll talk about your goals, your resolutions, your goals for 2024 and onward. And then we'll put together a plan and steps and action items that you can put into place to get your score and profile in position to qualify for the goals. And then if the Credit Life program is right for you, I'll tell you about that. Otherwise, I'll just give you good advice and send you on your way. So for that no obligation credit consultation call, go to www.bookcoachjeremy.com, and you can have the power of Credit Life in your corner. But when it comes to New Year's resolutions, you don't need a resolution, ladies and gentlemen. You need a plan. And that first step of that plan, again, like I said before, is to pull free annual credit, your annual credit report. And you got to take a look at it. You just got to save it. Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. And you got to take a look at the full thing. Credit Karma doesn't cut it. Credit Sesame doesn't cut it. Those things don't cut it. They don't have the detail that you need if you're serious about making a life change. If you're serious about a backyard for your kids to play in, if you're serious about making a real change in your life, you got to get the real data, and that's at annualcreditreport.com, and that's free. Save those things, print them out, go through and identify what ails you, what's hurting you, and then make sure you go I worked hard on these. Don't make me waste my time, please. These letter templates. These are free letter templates. You don't have to sign up for things, buy things. I do need your email so I know where to send them because I'm sending you editable versions of it. I originally had made PDF, but you couldn't type in it. So I've got editable versions that you go there and we'll email them to you free of charge. And in there, you're going to have a Bureau investigation dispute letter template. You're going to have a letter template to get rid of inquiries, all those inquiries that are costing you 5 to 15 points each that from your FICO score that are sitting there. And just, if any of you have ever gone to the car dealership and let them shop for rates for you and you find out they shotgunned you out to 20 different places, yeah, those inquiries hurt. So you want to make sure that stuff's not on there. So you use that inquiry letter. And then the 609 validation letter, that's a little extra something. That's section 609 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You use that letter, send it to the collection agencies, and you say, hey guys, with all due respect, prove it or remove it. Send me stuff. And that's the thing. If these bureaus, if they can't verify, validate, and document that everything that they're reporting on your credit report is 100% accurate and factual and current and correct and verifiable today, not back when they reported it, but today. If they can't do that on demand with the letter templates that I'm giving you, if they can't or they don't or they won't, then by law, that information has to be permanently deleted, gone from your credit profile like it never happened. Doesn't mean debt's gone. Debt and credit, those are different things. But it means their ability to report to the world's largest repository of unverified data, the credit bureaus, that goes away. And that's damn powerful. And if you don't think it's damn powerful, go to the Free Credit Repair Advice Group on Facebook. Join that sucker. It's one of 68,000 people in it, okay? Go to that group and go in there and go, hey, has anyone in here used Credit Life? How did it work out? Or, hey, has anyone done the letters that Jeremy gives away? How did that work out for you? And it's going to blow your freaking mind to see what's possible. Bad credit doesn't need to define you. Bad credit doesn't need to hold you back. I don't want a goddamn pity party from you. I don't want to, oh, I'm a victim. Great. Shit happens to good people, right? How we deal with it is the judge of our character. And so I want you to go to Free Annual Credit Report and pull up your reports. I want you to download the letter templates here to submit, and I'll send you off the letter templates. I worked hard writing them. I'm giving away all the good stuff. And trust me, the guys at corporate were like, they're like, what are you going to give away? I said, I'm going to give it all away. They're like, but just a couple things. I said, I'm going to give it all away. The real stuff. They're like, all right, we trust you, dude. And said, don't worry, I got this. So the letter templates, they're the real deal. They're the real templates. They're professionally written. Use them. Attack your rights because nobody is going to defend you. There's no one defending you against the bureaus. There's no one defending you against the banks. They're not verifying the data that's being reported about you. They found that 86% of all credit reports contain significant errors. You know who found that? Equifax found that. The bureau themselves, they basically said, oh yeah, we have 86% of the reports are wrong. Whoops. And they don't verify any of the data. So the responsibility is yours. Go to Free Annual Credit Report. There's the link down there, and pull your Equifax, your Experian, and your TransUnion full credit reports for free. Print them out. Put them on paper, like I said. Circle them. Use a Sharpie or a highlighter, like I said. And then you got to go and get some letter templates so you know how to attack them. You know how to exercise, flex a little bit, and flex your rights. That's the link for the letter templates right there. Okay. This is my January message. If you get nothing else out of anything that I've said on our YouTube channel, if you get nothing else, the Credit Life YouTube channel, if you get nothing else out of the Facebook sites, if you get nothing else out of the Free Credit Repair Advice Group on Facebook, and if you haven't joined that, I would hurry up and do it. 68,000 people in it. We know what we're doing. That's Free Credit Repair Advice on Facebook. If you get nothing else out of any of this, please walk away from this knowing that you have rights. You also, though, have responsibilities. Nobody's going to just do this for you. The bureaus aren't looking out for you. They know there's significant errors and they're not verifying the data. The banks aren't looking out for you. They don't care. They don't. The only person who cares is you and, well, me. I care about you. That's why I'm providing these things. So pull your reports, get your letters going. And if you want to get serious, if you're like, damn, I still don't know where to start. I don't know where to turn. This is overwhelming. I need some guidance. I need some help. I'll tell you what, you want to kick butt and take names? Go to www.bookcoachjeremy.com and schedule a no obligation credit consultation call. During the call, you and me, we're going to talk about what's on your credit. We'll talk about your goals. We're going to put together a real plan and steps and action items to get your score and profile in position for all your goals, all your resolutions, your plan for 2024. Now, I'll tell you something. Now, I just talked about investigations tonight, but there's three main methodologies to credit repair. You got to eliminate the negative, build the positive, and deal with the money where it lives. So you got to investigate to seek elimination of the negatives, but you have to build credit. Now I'm going to, in ongoing future videos, I'll talk about different ways to build credit. But as a FICO certified credit coach, if you end up hiring me at Credit Life, I custom tailor your plan directly to your goals. It's pretty sick. But eliminate the negative through investigation, build the positive, and then the last thing I work with you, dealing with the money where it lives. Credit doesn't operate in a vacuum. Your income's involved, debt is involved, collections are involved, savings are involved, budgeting's involved. We tackle all of it because good credit's one thing, but overall financial wellness is another. If you want to check it out, you want to see what it's like, go to www.bookcoachjeremy.com. Schedule a no obligation credit consultation. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. It's New Year's. You don't need a resolution, folks. You need a plan. And if you go through this video, you'll have that plan. You follow those steps is going to be the beginning of the plan. I'll go through more of the plan as the year rolls on here. I tend to pop online every Wednesday night, usually around 7 o'clock Central Time, but I got on a little early today because I did. But you can join me typically around 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, and 5 Pacific on Credit Life's YouTube channel or in the free credit repair advice group on Facebook. That's one with 68,000 people in it. Again, my name is Jeremy Deysach, FICO certified credit coach with Credit Life. I thank you for joining me. Have a great night. And don't forget, pull your credit reports. You got to know what's going on. Bye-bye.